people waiting. Welcome, guys. Let me know your names and where you're watching us from. So, hello, everybody. Hello, guys. Your girl Lunana here, and today we're going to be doing a movie review. So, welcome, everybody. Let me know your names and where you're watching us from as we begin. Yele, 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 asabao. Yele, oh, yele, eh. Je suis pas belle, mais je suis fidèle, eh. Hi Leo Monk, how are you? Hello guys, welcome everybody. Your girl Lonana here, and today we're going to be doing a movie review. Welcome everyone. Let me know your names and where you're watching us from. So I see so many people joining. Welcome guys. What's up? How's everybody doing? Let us know your names and where you're watching us from as we begin. So the first person in the house, Leo Monk. Leo says hi. Hi to you, Leo. How is your day going? Ricky Official says hi. What's up? Hi, Ricky Official. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good too. Missy Mbangui from New York. Hi to you, sis. How is New York today? Hope you're doing good. Raymond Watson, how far? Happy to see you. Hey, that's my bro. Like, what's up? Hi, Ray. How is the family? How is your beautiful wife? How is the baby? Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Beat with, say hi, dear. Hope you're cool. I'm doing good. Beat with. Your name is a little technical. Let me read your comment well to make sure that I'm not butchering your name. Beat with. Hi dear, I'm good. Hope you're doing good as well. And then we have Missy Mbanwi who says good. All right. So I'm happy you're doing well, sis. Oh my God, Coco Chocolate in the building. Coco Chocolate says hi. Onana. Hello Coco Chocolate. Hello everybody and welcome guys. So today we're going to be doing a review for the movie A Man for the Weekend. If you're just joining us, say hi so we can read out your names and say hi to you as we begin. Coco Chocolate says hello beautiful. Hi Coco. Hope you're doing great. Yeah. So I'm not seeing the thumbs up. I'm only seeing you guys joining, like waiting they play. You guys should give me thumbs up as you join, and we are about to begin. All right. So yeah, we're going to do a review for the movie A Man for the Weekend, but I was really waiting for more people to join before we begin. Now that we only have like a few people here, I'm going to keep waiting for more people to come in. Hi Mirabel Tanjong, how are you doing, sis? Hope you're doing good. Thanks for joining. Sylvester in the building. Hi Sylvie. I rushed to watch the movie. Immediately you announced. You know, we have to rush and watch before, reviewing and all that stuff. I'm happy you watched. I was waiting for the movie like crazy. I couldn't wait for it to drop on Netflix so I can watch. Coco Chocolate says, shout out all the way from the UK. Yes, girl. Greetings to you guys over there in the UK. Hope everybody is fine. Autumn Winter says, hello, Nana. Hi to you, Autumn. Hi to you. Hope you're doing good. Hope everything is going well at your corner. And Lionel Ngamini says, hello, Nana. Hi, Leo. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Mirabel Tanjong, greetings from MD. Hi to you, Sissy. Oh my gosh, my sis Ambuche in the building. Welcome, sis. Wow, I'm happy to have you here. Why the wig the mele say one hold me so? Should I open the wig? It's making as if it wants to give me heat. Yeah, so let's let it down. I salute my darling sis Ambunche. Hope you're doing good. So Mirabel Tanjong says she watched the movie and it's lit. Alright, so guys, we are going to do a review of a Cameroonian movie today. The movie is called A Man for the Weekend, and now we are going to begin. I thought Clarice had watched the movie 2 years ago. You be that kind of man, no? You're a connected babe, so you got to know these things. Hello, from this end, it's your guy Nyanga boy, Mwa Mama, all the way from Dubai. Okay, I love that introduction. I am Kuchambi Ekon, Nyanga boy, Mwa Mama, all the way from Dubai. All right, hello to you, Kuchambi Ekon. So yeah. All right, so now that we're done with our introduction, I think it's time to start the movie review. I'm going to start again for those who are just joining. So, hello guys, your girl Lunana here, and welcome everybody to this channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment because we definitely love this space. All right, so today we're going to be doing a movie review, a Cameroonian movie called A Man for the Weekend, a movie written by Safinda Inda Carl, produced by Cindy Emade, and the director of photography for this project was Renee Eta. So this is a movie that has beautiful Cameroon actors and actresses, and the lineup of the movie was so great. We have great Cameroonian actors like Chifa Valerie, we have Solange Ojong, we have Cindy Emade, of course, we have Miss Lee, we have Becky Takan. Oh my gosh, you guys need to find out about this girl Becky Takan. Like, she acted so well in this movie. I love how every Cameroonian movie is an opportunity for us to discover new Cameroonian talents, new Cameroonian actors and actresses. Just like in the case of The Fisherman's Diary, we got to discover Teacher Bibi, whose real name is Ndambo Damaris. We got to discover Small Mami Eka, whose real name is I keep forgetting her name, Faith Fidel. Yeah, so I love that in this movie today, A Man for the Weekend, I got to discover the beautiful, talented Cameroonian actress Becky Takan. She did amazing in this movie. So that's the lineup for the movie. We equally have the prolific Nigerian actor Alex Ekubo. Yeah, so that's the lineup for the movie. These are the actors, and that's the cast and crew that I can tell you guys about. So now let's launch into the movie proper. So the movie A Man for the Weekend is all about this beautiful, dynamic, young, hardworking career woman who happens to be Cindy Emadebe. In the movie, her name is Candice, Miss Candice Ayok. She's a career woman. She's accomplished. She's into marketing. She's into advertisement strategies and all that good stuff. So a baby girl is fine. She's well-to-do. She's making money. She's doing well. But the only thing she doesn't have as of now is a man in her life. And her mom will not allow baby girl to drink water and put cup on the ground. African mothers, what to do now? So her mom will not allow her to rest. Every minute, give me a man. Every minute, bring not give me a man. Sorry, bring me a grandson. Bring me a son-in-law. Get married. Get a man. Get a son-in-law. Bring me a son-in-law. Bring me a grandchild. And every minute, I could die. Any minute, I was just like, it's too much. So Cindy Emade's mom in this movie is Miss Lee, and her name in the movie is Mrs. Ayok. Yeah, so that's Cindy's mom. Every day she's on Cindy's case, get married to, and Cindy's like, Mom, please give me time, let me figure out my stuff. So Cindy is this established businesswoman. She's doing well. Everything is doing great for her. Career is popping, and she's in the office. They happen to have a new intern. The new intern was Alex Ekubo, and Alex Ekubo's name in this movie is Brian. So Brian is the new intern, and he comes to the office, and he meets Cindy Emade, the boss of the office, and he tries to familiarize himself with her. But she was kind of like the bossy chick attitude. She was like a little mean to him, a little rude to him, so she ignored him. And Brian was always like, why is this girl feeling herself like that? Why is she overthinking that she's all that when she's not? So you know how people in the office will be looking at their bosses like, sit down one, the way they hire. So that's the chemistry that was going on. That was the relationship at the time between Brian, the intern, and Cindy Emade, Miss Candice Ayok. Another thing I love about this movie is the fact that Cindy spoke French. I mean, a baby girl is bilingual. She picked a certain focus. She was like, salut, là tu me retiens, je serai au Sénégal, là tu me retiens, le projet ne doit pas se compléter. I'm like, what? This girl can speak French? So I also love that aspect about the movie. So she was really a boss chick by all leaps and bounds, handling her business, coming up with tactics, coming up with strategies that will make the company money and all that good stuff. And then her social life was lacking. She was just coming from a heartbreak, like most women, most of us. Guys are wicked. They'll break her heart too. And then when they break her heart, the natural thing to do is withdraw. You build up your walls, you build up your fences. You're trying to protect yourself. So when people look at you, they are saying, look at that one, you remember boss chick. It's not boss chick who we've been heartbroken. We're trying to build our walls, we're trying to build our defenses so that we don't get hurt again. So that was in this condition. She had been hurt, and she just took a break from dating and all that stuff. But her mommy will not allow a baby girl to drink water and put up on the floor. So Cindy's mom calls, and her phone rings, and Cindy picks the call. Hello, mom. And the mom says, I'm organizing Thanksgiving. I need you to come back home this weekend. I need you to come home this weekend. And Cindy was like, okay, mom. And then Cindy dropped the call. Cindy went to speak to her friend, Miss Lee. Not Miss Lee, Miss Mel. Mel in this movie is played by Becky Takan. I mean, this is a Cameroonian actress that you guys need to follow. You guys need to start watching. After this live stream, go and look for Becky Takan everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just be following her. This girl can act. She is beautiful. She is fluent. She is eloquent. Like, what? So Cindy goes to meet her friend Bekita Khan. Her name in the movie is Mel. Cindy is talking to Mel, and they're like, Mel is like, girl, what's going on with you? It's been a long time. I haven't seen you. Like, what's going on? Cindy is like, I'm fine. Work is going good. Everything is fine. And Mel is like, okay, is there any guy in the pipeline? Is there any guy you're dating? Is there anyone I should know about? And Cindy is like, no, Mio, I don't have anyone. After all these guys break my heart, I've just been trying to focus on my work, and I'm kicking ass at work. I mean, a baby girl is scoring the big scores and bringing the money in, so I don't really care about men right now. I'm focusing on my career. Another thing I would like to address is the stereotype that most movies have when they say most movies try to paint career women like career and family life are mutually exclusive. They are not mutually exclusive. They can go together. A lot of movies will paint a career woman as independent, boss lady, bad bitch, and all that stuff. Like she doesn't want anything to do with men. Like that's not how women think. That's not our mindset. Whether a woman has money or she's accomplished and all that stuff, we still deserve love. I mean, we still deserve people in our lives. If you see us building walls and this is because we've been heartbroken, we've been deceived in the past. It's not like because she has money, she doesn't want to date. So that stereotype that a lot of men have, that career women are too good for them or they feel like they are too important. No, they don't think that way. When they find the right one, I guarantee you they will melt like butter. When they find the right man for them, I guarantee you, ever tombe sans glisser. So that's the case of Cindy and Madame. She was talking to her friend Miss Lee, and they were having a conversation. Miss Lee is like, so when are you going to get a man and all that stuff? So Cindy tells Miss Lee that my mom, by the way, has just called me. Mommy wants me to come back home for a family meeting, and we're going to be having a family Thanksgiving. And you know my mom now, she's always on my case about palava mano, bring me mano, bring me mano. So mommy wants me to bring a man to her. So Cindy was telling her friend that I don't know what to do, and the time frame is so short. Mommy just called me that I should come back this weekend. She wants a man. I have just like 3 days to weekend. What am I going to get a man for? What am I going to get a man for the weekend? So this is where the whole name of the movie came from. The whole premise of the movie is based on this title, A Man for the Weekend. So Cindy was like, Cindy Trouble. My mom, I have a few comments. Let me read. Simply Josie says, hi Nat. Hi Josie, long time. Adele says, thank you for being the best 237 vlogger. Oh my gosh. You're going to make local woman to just start crying tears of love and joy. Thank you so much, Adele Clarice. And thank you for being one of the best 237 artists of our time. I'm super proud of you and all your musical projects. So Ashmaville says, hello Unaina. Hi Ashma, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And I'm reading more comments. Rose Natasha says, hi Onana. Hi Rosie, how are you doing? Ashmaville says, Adele Clarice, she is so. I always take my chill pill here. Oh my gosh. Thank you, ladies, so much for all the accolades. Thank you for all the compliments. I appreciate you. Wiz JP says, I'm watching the movie now. Okay. And is that a Japanese flag or is that a Chinese flag? So, yeah, go ahead and watch the movie, Wiz JP, and tell us what you think about it in the comment section. So, Schneider Saturn says she's truly the best. Oh, thank you, sis. That's my baby sister all the way in Boya. Shout out to you, Snake. And then Kuchambi Ekon says, I must find that movie, watch them just because of the way you narrate the female. It's sweet, but watch the movie, oh my sister. Find the movie and watch. Nora Brown, hey Nora, go below, stop bitch talking. I go put you on your knees like na suck it. Hey. Hi Nora Brown in the building. I love you, Nora, and go get below is my jam. I've been listening to that song a lot lately. Kelly Makochi says, I love your voice back. Thank you, Kelly. Rina Stevie says, hello, Rina Stevie. How are you, honey? Thanks for joining us. And Ashmaville says, it's sweet bad, my dear. I'll watch for middle night. I know, right? The movie is really sweet. All right, so let me go back to the movie after reading a few comments. Every now and then I'll stop to catch up with the community to see what you guys are saying. So Schneider says, just from watching the movie, everything is so on point, the lights and the language, and everything was good. So Nora Brown says, oh, thank you, hon. Yeah, you're welcome, Nora. You're welcome, darling. Yeah. So now we're going back to the movie. So Cindy and Madina, her mom has called her to come home or bring me a man for the weekend. And Cindy is like, see me see trouble. What is wrong with this woman? Woman, no, allow me, my dream want to cook up again for them because I'm single. Now, husband for waiting now. Have I complained to you, mommy? I am fine. So Cindy is feeling the pressure, feeling the heat, which so many African girls are feeling. Our mothers, our aunties in the family, African aunties do not allow us to drink water and cook up on the floor. And these are the reasons why sometimes young girls will rush into relationships that are abusive inclusive. Sometimes we want to fit the societal standard. We want to satisfy mom and dad. Sometimes we rushed into marriage with partners that we are not ready to marry. We settle for partners that are not even the right ones for us, just because of pressure from our families, just because of societal pressure. So you can see how ladies really go through a lot when it concerns marriages. So Cindy now is talking to her friend Mel. She's like, Mel, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? Mel start talking to Cindy like, you can call any of your exes now. What happened to, let me use the name Charles, for example. What happened to Charles? Cindy mother's like, Charles, that one is a pig. I cannot take him home to my mom. My mom is just going to laugh at me. And then Mel continues naming Cindy's exes. What happened to Jonathan? And Cindy's like, Jonathan, I beg, that one is a super pig. I cannot take him home. My sister is going to be on my case if I take him home. So Mel is like, girl, I'm trying to help you out here. Your mom wants you to come to the house with a man, so I'm listing your exes, so maybe you can consider any of them. You can consider taking any of them back home with you to present to your mom. Cindy was like, girl, my back is against the wall. I cannot take any of those guys home to my mom. So what am I going to do? So now Mel is talking to her like, so Cindy and Mel, they're actually in the office discussing when Alex Ekubo, the new intern, his name in this movie is Brian. So when Brian opens the door of the office like, hello ma, this is the document you asked me to bring. He brings the documents like this and put on the table like, hello ma, these are the documents you asked me to bring. He put it on the table. And then Mel is sitting there looking at Cindy like, girl, who is that fine piece of with all this fine guy in your office? And Cindy mother is like, that one, it's Brian now, it's our new intern, that one, he doesn't even know his left from his right. And then Mel is like, girl, he is so fine. If you were to take him home to mommy, I guarantee you she's going to be happy because he is so cute, he is so handsome. And Cindy was like, girl, not happening. I don't even know him. I don't even know anything about him. I don't even know his name. Like, how can I take him back home to my mom? How am I going to do that? Mel said, well, I'm only trying to help you, girl. Like, if you're not going to take my advice, then suit yourself. Do what you want to do. So Mel finished talking to Cindy. She went back home. And then Cindy was staying at home in her own bed at night. Cindy was at home at night. And then she was thinking like, chai, mommy has called me to bring a guy for Thanksgiving. I don't have any guy in my life. And truly, the more I think about it, the more I feel like Mel has a point. I can take this intern to my mom. I can take this intern to go introduce him to my mom. So that's how. You guys are not sharing the video. Share the video, guys. Please share the video, everybody. So we can have more people watching. Share the video and leave me some thumbs up, as we continue. So Cindy was thinking that, chai, not true. I could actually take this guy home to go see my mom. Like, tomorrow when I go to the office, I'm going to talk to the guy and see if he can accept to come with me to go see my mom. So Cindy went to the office the next day. She met Brian. She was like, hi, Brian. She was trying to be nice to him. Keep in mind that this is the same Brian Cindy has been rude to. The entire movie, Cindy had been rude to Brian. So you can see how Brian is like, all of a sudden, Cindy comes to Brian like, hello, Brian, how are you doing? How was your night? How is everything doing? Can we go out? And can I talk to you? Can I see you in the office? Brian was like, the girl will never like me. So how all this fake love? What's like, come over to the happen? There's more to this than meets the eye. Only for Cindy to bring Brian into the office and open the table and start telling Brian that, Brian, the reason why I called you is because I have a family Thanksgiving dinner with my mom. I have to go home with a man. If not, my mom will not allow me to rest. So I really need to go back home with a man. So Brian was like, okay, no wonder. You will not ever like me. You're not first of all greeting me. Every time I greet you, answer as if you don't want to answer. No wonder you were showing me so much love and appreciation today. So that's the reason why you want to use me. Brian was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Not happening. You're not going to use me like that. And then Cindy was like, well, Brian, please now, please, if you can help me do this just now, I'm not going to bother you again. Brian was like, no, not happening. Then Cindy was like, okay, since you forget, go now, leave my office. It was even a mistake, by the way. Go, leave my office. Then Brian saw that Cindy was getting mad. He was like, you know what? I could grant this lady's request. I could grant her wish. I mean, I could make it happen. He told Cindy, okay, I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to follow you back home with your mom, to your family. And hopefully I can help you. Your mom will not judge you for not having a man. And Cindy was like, yes. Thank you so much, Brian. Just follow me home with my family. But first we have to set some ground rules. Don't talk unless you're talked to. Don't offer any information unless they ask you. Because my mom like that, she has critical, analytical skills. Like, if you just start talking, she'll know that you're lying. I'm not actually dating you. So be quiet. Keep it hush as much as you can. If they don't ask you any question, don't answer. So that's how Cindy got her man for the weekend. She spoke to Brian, the new intern. She convinced him and he agreed to follow her home to her family. So the day finally came and they went to Cindy's family home. And while they are at home, Cindy sees her mom. She embraces mom. Hey mom, how you doing? Longest time I haven't seen you and all that stuff. Mom is like, welcome my daughter. Mom is looking at Brian like, whoa. Somebody has a man. He's so cute. So mom is so happy. African mom, she doesn't even care who he is or what he's doing. At that point in time, all her own is that her daughter has a man. She's going to get into the intricacies later. So she saw Brian. She was so happy. She hugged him. Welcome, welcome home. So they went into the house. They sat down. They were discussing and all that stuff. Cindy Made has a sister in this movie. Her sister is Ojong Solange. Solange's name in this movie is Crystal. And Crystal is married to Chifo Valerie. Chifo Valerie's name in the movie is Richard. So Solange, Ojang Solange, her name in the movie is Crystal. She comes home with her own husband, Chief of Valerie, for the same Thanksgiving weekend because she's Cindy's sister. They are all in their home together. So Solange and her husband, Cindy and Brian, the intern, and then mommy. Cindy's dad is dead, so mommy is alone in a big mansion. So as the family is doing their family reunion, they're all together and they're talking and asking questions. Everybody wants to know, like, who is this new man? Who is my sister's Arm Candy? And Crystal is the sister who has always been jealous of Cindy Made in this movie, Candy Ayok. So Crystal has always been jealous of Candy because Candy is a career woman. She's a go-getter. She's doing well at her job site. Everything is popping for her. While she is just a housewife, struggling to conceive, no baby yet. Her husband is being mean to her. Her husband is being rude to her. So their marriage is shaky and all that stuff. So she has her own insecurities to deal with. But then she projects it on her little sister, Cindy Made. So during the family reunion, Solange now start getting on Cindy Made's case, like, hey, Cindy, who is... I have a few comments here. I'm going to read them in a minute. So Solange is like, Cindy, who is this guy you're bringing to the house? Cindy is like, hey, this is my new boyfriend. His name is Brian. And then the mom is like, Brian, what do you do for a living? African moms want to find out what their future son-in-law is doing. So that's when Alex Ekubona told her, Mommy, I'm a doctor. That was the answer that slipped out of his mouth. You, ordinary intern like you, they ask you what you're doing. The only answer you could think of, doctor. That's the one that came to the spot, like, doctor. And Cindy turned and looked at him like, but then again, you're pretending. When you bring a new bae at home, you're pretending that you've known him for a long time. You don't want to sit in front of a family acting surprised, like they're going to know exactly that you're lying. So Cindy played along. She played cool. And then they asked, how long have you known this person, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So everything was going well. They managed to hide their story for that first night in the family meeting. So the night came, Cindy went to the room. She went to her room upstairs. She was talking to Alex, and then Solange went to her own room, talking to her own husband, Chief of Valerie. Mommy went to her own room. So the whole family is asleep. Cindy is in her room with Alex, and they are battling bed situations. Alex is like, guy, me, I'm not going to sleep on the floor. Cindy, you want me to sleep on the floor? Why? I'm your guest. Cindy is still the mean boss. In front of her family, she's pretending to be nice to Alex, like that, like a boyfriend and girlfriend dynamic. But behind the family's back, her real character comes out. Her real boss lady comes out. So as they enter that room and lock the door, all that in front of mommy just ended. Cindy was like, let me remind you real quick, you're my intern, okay? You will sleep on the floor. So in the room, Cindy sent Alex to sleep on the floor. Alex was like, no, I'm not sleeping on any floor. I am here because I'm doing you a favor. I'm here in my capacity as your boyfriend, so I'm not sleeping on any floor. I'm a guest in this house. So Alex goes ahead to sleep on the bed, and Cindy slept on the floor. And then the family continued having the great time and all that stuff. The next morning, Solange keeps continuing to get under Cindy's skin, like, Cindy, who is this new guy? I don't know if I can trust him. Like, you've been without a man for the longest time. All of a sudden, you bring a man home. Who is this guy? So Solange is that bitter sister who is having her own issues to deal with, but then she's giving her sister a hard time. And then we equally get to see Cindy's mom discriminating between her daughters. She has two daughters, Cindy and Solange. And why do I keep calling them Cindy and Solange? Cindy's name in this movie is Candy. Solange's name in the movie is Crystal. So the mom is discriminating between her two daughters. She doesn't like Candy as much as she likes Crystal, the bigger one. So Cindy goes into the kitchen in the morning. She wants to eat meatballs, and the mom is like, that meatball is for your sister. Don't even touch it. Don't even touch that meatball, Candy. It's for your sister Crystal. And Cindy was like, my mom has always been discriminating against me. So that's another thing that we're talking about in this movie. Discrimination between siblings. If your parents watching me today, make sure you don't do that. You're discriminating against your kids. You think they don't notice. They notice. And it hurts them. It haunts them all their life. So it's a very deep pain that they carry for the rest of their life. If your parents watching me, make sure you never discriminate within your kids. So Cindy's mom was doing open discrimination, favoring Solange. And then Cindy, on the other hand, she was treating Cindy anyhow because Cindy was her father's favorite. But now daddy is dead. You have to love your daughters equally, not favoring one over the other. That's another aspect of the movie that we had to talk about: discrimination between two siblings. So Cindy's always feeling bad, always feeling like the second best daughter, always trying everything she can to please her mom, but she never seems to be doing enough. Mom is always judging her, always comparing her to her big sister. So the day for the family Thanksgiving finally came, and the family went to church and they came back home, and now it's time for the family Thanksgiving dinner. They are at table and they are eating. During this whole time that Cindy Mother has taken Alex to her house, she has started developing a small likeness for him, a small feelings for him, but she does not really know yet that they are love. She's discovering every day that she's fantasizing about this guy. She's dreaming about him at night, but in the morning she'll wake up and keep a straight face and tie hat and just address the guy anyhow. Meanwhile, inside she's falling for him gradually. So during the family Thanksgiving meal, they sit on the table and they are eating and they're discussing. And then what are waiting happen? No, Cindy and her sister, they started quarreling with each other. They always quarrel. It's always like that. So Cindy and Crystal and Candy and Crystal, they start quarreling with each other. And their mom is like, stop, girl, stop. As mom is struggling to talk, mommy start choking. Everybody in the family turns to look at Brian automatically. Brian is Alex Ekubo. He's the one who said he was a doctor. So everybody's looking at Everybody's looking at the doctor like, doctor, you say you're a doctor. Go ahead and save mom. She's choking. Save her mother. So doctor now, half of food don't tie for your hand. No, you know when you go and lie that you're something that you are not. Now somebody is choking. They expect doctors to save the person. Doctor, they fear. Oh. Alex is sitting there scared to even approach the mom. So now Chief of Valerie stands up because he's the in-law of the family. He's married to Crystal. He stands up and then starts patting mom on the chest. It's okay, mom. It's okay, mom. It's okay, mom. Gives mom water like, mommy, drink this water. You're going to be okay. Mom drank the water, felt better, and then the choking and everything just subsided. So that's when the whole family realized that, how come, Brian, you say you're a doctor and then mom is having a medical emergency? From choking, it could have graduated to a stroke. It could have been anything. Mom is having a medical emergency, and you are just sitting there. You say you're a doctor, and you are supposed to be a doctor. So that's how the whole family got to know that Brian was lying, that he was never Cindy mother's boyfriend, and that Cindy had actually brought a stranger into the house as a man for the weekend when he was not her guy. So now, so family take discover. Oh, they started talking to Cindy like, "Chai, Cindy." Cindy's mom was so disappointed. Turn around, look at her like, Chai, Candy, why would you lie to me like that? Why would you lie to me like that, my daughter? What did I ever do to you to make you to bring a stranger into my house to pretend that he is your man? So Cindy started opening all the kasala. Mom, you really want to know? Are you sure you really want to know how I feel? All my life, I've been playing second best to your daughter. All my life, you've been discriminating against me. I was never good enough. Everything I did, you compare me to my big sister. Oh, my big sister is married. Oh, she has a husband. She has a man. What about me, mom? I could have been the best CEO to a Fortune 500 company. I could have been rich and I could have been going to space. You will still be asking me, where's the man in my life? Mom, give me time. You've been so hard on me. You've never loved me the way you love my sister. You always keep discriminating between me and my sister. So Cindy was mad and she was shouting at mom. And then the mom realized like, oh my God, this is how bad I've been to my baby girl all this while. The mom realized and Cindy was so mad. She stormed out of the house, carried Alex Ekubo, and they left. They went back to town where Cindy was working. Let me read a few comments as we continue. The best actress was Candace's sister. She did a good job. Candace's sister was Ojang Solange. Her name in the movie is Crystal. Excellent actress. She did amazing. And the next comment is from Ashmaville. She says, Onana, please, what's Mel's name? I mean her real name again. Mel, her real name is Becky Takan. You guys have to follow her. Support Pekin present. Hi, Support Pekin. How are you doing, sis? Thanks for joining the live. And then we have Schneider Saturn again. That's my baby sis. She says, this love thing, one can never know who your heart would choose. Exactly. You can never know who your heart would choose. The movie was not boring even for a moment. Exactly. Besam Eta, oh God, I'm late. Oh, it's okay, Bess. Thanks for joining. Anyways, we were just starting. It's okay. A greater part of the beginning was just introduction and me saying hi to people, so you haven't missed much. Just watch the movie. It was super. Exactly. Kuchambi Akon, Mom, you're a very good movie narrator. I already feel like I watched the movie right now. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Akon. Rose Natasha, loving your breakdown. Thank you, Rose. Besamita, the movie is something else. Proud of Cindy and her crew. They did a good job. Exactly. Lucy Abuno, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lucy. Hope you're doing good. My best part was when Krista was forcing herself on the husband tie. The way the Alex Vivo got me laughing. Exactly. Please, I want Chris, and that please he said the next topic is chest displacement. Exactly. The movie was so funny. I need to watch the movie. Yeah, girl, we all need to watch this movie. See, there's something, the more we watch Cameroonian movies on Netflix, the more Netflix is going to buy more Cameroonian movies. So we are doing our own part. We have to watch, we have to talk about it everywhere. Go on Facebook, talk about it. Come to YouTube, talk about it. Go to Instagram, talk about it. We have to make as much noise about it as possible so we can get more people watching the movie. The more people watch Cameroonian movies, the more Netflix is going to feel like, Cameroon is a big market though. Why have we not gone to Cameroon since? So the more Netflix is going to buy Cameroonian movies. So A Man for the Weekend is the third Cameroonian movie on Netflix. We have Therapy, we have The Fisherman's Diary, and now A Man for the Weekend. And guess what, guys? In the next 3 days, we're going to have another Cameroonian movie on Netflix, Broken. So all in all, we're going to have 4 Cameroonian movies on Netflix and more to come. So the more we watch the movies, the more Netflix is going to see Cameroon as a lucrative ground for business. The more they're going to give us more movie contracts. So Mom wasn't choking for real. It's Crystal's plan. It's possible, yeah. So Ajayi Osas is even available in Europe. It's in Netflix Global. I think anywhere you are, you can watch the movie Ajayi. Yeah. So the movie's in Netflix. You can just type Netflix, A Man for the Weekend. You're going to see it. Ashmaville says, remember she caught their sleeping position the first night? I was actually, exactly, when she caught them, yeah, that was funny too. Ashmaville, that mommy can pretend to choke. Right, the mommy can pretend to choke for real. They just wanted to find out who Brian was, and then they got to find out the truth. Brian was not, in fact, a doctor, as he said. So, since their mother's plan has failed, she brought a fake man into the house to deceive her mom that she had a man when, in fact, she was single. So, she went back. She was so mad that her mom had discovered her real plan. She went back home with Alex. She went back to her house. Alex went back to his own house. And the next day was a Monday, a working Monday. Cindy Amade goes, to her office, and then she sees Alex, and she's like, she is so mad that it went terrible wrong. Her plan went terribly wrong. She wanted to fake as if Alex was her man, but her mom discovered. So she saw Alex the next morning. Alex was like, hi, Candy. She was like, who are you calling Candy? Excuse you, it's Miss Ayok for you. After you ruined my weekend with my family, you couldn't even pretend. You went and said you were a doctor. Now you've exposed me. I'm a liar to my family. Don't even just try and greet me at all. So Cindy went back to the normal boss bitch to Alex, She continued with her rudeness, she continued with her meanness, she continued with her boss lady, whatever attitude. And Alex was like, Chai, see me, yo. I finally thought I was getting closer to this lady that I've started liking. I thought I was getting closer to her, only for her to come and put this whole gap between us. Now I've gone back to the same Alex, the intern I was before. So Alex was disappointed. So Cindy met with her friend Mel. She was talking to Mel, and Mel was like, girl, what's up? She said, Mel, if I knew, I would never have followed your plan. I would have never taken this guy home to my mom. He went home and embarrassed me. I mean, it went horribly wrong. And now my mom hates me. Now my sisters hate me. Everybody's mad at me. So Cindy was talking to me. She was like, girl, I regret everything that went wrong. So Cindy goes home at night, and she keeps dreaming about Alex. She keeps dreaming about Alex all the time. And she's like, what is going on here? When you get close to somebody, close proximity breeds feelings sometimes. When you get close to somebody, you may feel like you're not feeling them, like you don't want them, but your heart is feeling something else. Your heart is vibrating to a different rhythm. So Cindy Made went home. She's only dreaming about Alex. She's only like fantasizing about Alex. She's like, what is going on here? She could not help herself. She had gotten too close to him. He had seen her family. She has introduced him to everybody. Now he feels like family. He feels like someone she has known for a long time. She starts dreaming about him. She starts thinking about him romantically. She's like, what is going on here? She has to slap herself into reality because she does not want to believe that she's falling in love with a mere intern, according to her. She doesn't want to believe that she's falling in love with Alex. So on the other hand, we have seen this sister Crystal and her husband Chifa Valerie. They are in the troubled marriage. They're trying to have a baby, but they are not yet pregnant. They've not yet conceived. So Solange, Crystal in this movie is trying to get pregnant, and she hasn't gotten pregnant yet. And her husband Chifa Valerie is so mad at her for not getting pregnant. This is another thing I want us to discuss: African family dynamics. Every time there's no baby in a marriage, they tend to blame the woman. Every time there's no baby in a home, they tend to blame the woman. Excuse me. Do you guys know that men are also sterile? Do you guys know that men are also barren? Do you guys know that? So men have reproductive problems too. Do you guys know that? In African families, if there's no baby, they start blaming the woman. That woman, that girl, that girl. Nobody thinks that men also have these problems. They always tend to blame the woman. So the man was blaming his wife, Crystal, that they don't have a baby, forgetting to know that you are the one who has to put the baby. She does not make herself pregnant. You're the one who has to impregnate her. Every time Crystal wants to touch the husband will push her away, like, leave me alone. You cannot give me a baby, leave me alone. How will she get the baby if you don't touch her? So he went out there and got a side chick for himself. And time went on, the side chick became pregnant. And according to him, he was thinking that the pregnancy was his. So he was sending her money, calling her, telling her, I love you all the time and all that stuff, thinking the baby was his. For where? One day he went to visit the side chick and found out the side chick was actually engaged to somebody else. And the side chick made as if she doesn't know him. The side chick was like, I don't know that guy, yo. She turned to her bae and was like, I don't know that guy, yo. So that's how the side chick embarrassed him, the chief of Valerie. So he had no choice than to come back home to his wife Solange and to apologize to her, so they can make their marriage work. So he came back home and was crying, baby, I'm sorry. I stepped out on you. I was cheating on. He didn't even say all that part. He just said, I'm sorry for treating you bad all this time. Can we make this marriage work? I just want to apologize. And can we make these things work again? So the wife was like, after treating me anyhow all these years, now you realize how important I am to you. So she forgave him and they fixed their marital wahala and all that stuff or whatnot and all that stuff. So the next scene is now Solange coming to apologize to her sister Cindy. You know, Cindy is her little sister and they've been going through a lot. They're always fighting with each other for no good reason. So while Solange was still going through, she was processing her husband's apology. She was still mad at him, the fact that he had been cheating on her, he had been keeping a side chick, he had been treating her bad all this while. She was still a little mad at him. So she left the house to come visit her sister Cindy. So while she was visiting baby sister Cindy, she started advising Cindy that Cindy, she opened up to Cindy actually that my marriage is breaking. My marriage is going through hard times. My husband doesn't love me. He doesn't touch me anymore. We are struggling to have a baby and things have not been good. So she opens up to her baby sister and she's talking about the struggles she's going through in her marriage and all that stuff. And then she also uses the opportunity to apologize to Cindy, that she's always been mean to Cindy before. Cindy was her baby sister. So she said, baby sister, I'm sorry for all this time I've been rude to you. I'm sorry for all this time I've been mean to you. Can we hash things out? Can we just make peace and be together as big sister and small sister like we were supposed to have been? And then Cindy's like, sure, I forgive you. Why not? So now she has apologized and she has opened up to her sister and Cindy has forgiven her. Now they're a close-knit situation. And now Cindy finally has a chance to open up to her as the big sister. So Cindy opens up to her sister and she's like, big sis, I'm falling in love with somebody. This guy, I don't know why I can't seem to get him off my mind. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm dreaming about him all the time. Like, what does this mean? And the sister was like, come on, baby sis, that's love. You're falling for him. Who is this person? And how can we get to him? So that's what she told her sister, that this is Alex, the guy you guys met at the family home. I've developed feelings for him. I started loving him since we came back from the family reunion. Then the sister was like, baby sis, if you love this guy, you should go after him. Go tell him you love him. Open up to him and tell him you adore him. Tell him you love him. Tell him you're feeling the guy. Open up to him. You never know. Shoot your shot. He may like you in return. Matter of fact, I think he loves you. That's why he followed you to come to the family home. He has loved you all this while. So you can go ahead and tell him you love him too. So the sister convinced Cindy, and Cindy put on her big girl pants. She was like, you know what? I will shoot my shot when I go to the office tomorrow. I will shoot my shot when I see Alex here. I will tell him I love him more. So that was Cindy's state of mind. She was preparing herself the whole night, preparing her speech, how she would tell Alex, I love you and all that stuff. Only for her to go to office the next day. She looked everywhere. Where's Alex? Alex was nowhere to be found. Then she asked somebody like, where is, his name in the movie is Brian. So she asked everybody, where is Brian? And then the people said, Brian, the intern, his internship is over now. His internship has ended and he has left the office. He has gone already. So when she said the Brian had left the office, he had gone already. I have a few comments. I watched the movie last year, and what I can say is that better is not good enough. The best is yet to come. Exactly. Cameroon is gradually getting the love from Nigeria. Exactly, Ajayi Osas. We're doing great. I mean, we're definitely getting there. Thank you for all the love, honey. We love you right back. So, Rina Stevie says interesting, and Collins Motialobe says my best character was the mom. Bebe Bliss, this is another nation. Hi, Bebe Bliss. Ashma View, Dora Brown, yes. Okay, Ashosi continues. She continues reading about Nora Brown's comments. So let's make her look bad. Exactly. All right. So like we're saying, Cindy went to the office the next day and she was looking for Brian, and they told her Brian has gone. Brian is the new intern that she was falling in love with. They told her that his internship is over, and matter of fact, he has left the office. So Cindy was like, "Oh my God, I don't even have his number. I don't even know where to contact him. I am feeling this guy. I'm really loving him. How can I get to him?" So she was worried, like, "Oh, Papa go do see me. Oh. When I had the chance, I had the opportunity, I did not use it, and now I'm here. The guy has finally left. How am I ever going to talk to him again? Where am I ever going to see him?" So Cindy opened up to her friend Mel. She was talking to Mel. Mel, I think I'm loving this guy. I don't know where to get him. And Mel was like, "Baby girl, you need to go after that guy. You have to look for him everywhere. You have to ask for his number from co-workers. You have to do what you have to do to get the guy you love." So Cindy got Brian's number from one of the co-workers, and then she called Brian, and then they set up a meeting. Brian told her where to meet her, and then Cindy's mom came back to the house, came to apologize to Cindy. "Cindy, I am sorry. I have discriminated against you and your sister. I treated your sister better all this while, and you did not really receive good treatment." Excuse me, my God, my throat is so dry. I need to drink water. Water is life. Water is life. Repeat after me. L'eau, c'est la vie. So Cindy now, the mom has apologized, and as the mom apologized, and Cindy is like, "Okay, mommy, I forgive you. Everything is fine. Right now, I just have to go after this guy that I love. I have to go find him." So that was Cindy's state of mind. She has to go after Brian. So that's the part of the movie that I'm not going to tell you guys. I cannot narrate a whole movie to you 100%. You have to be able to watch too. So I'm just going to break it down, give some points and all that stuff. So Cindy now gets Brian's number. She calls Brian and she goes after Brian. Does she find him? Does she know where he is? Does he agree to see her? Do they actually talk? Do they get to hash things out? Does she apologize to him? Does he have the same feelings towards her? Does she confess undying love for him? And do they hug things out? Did they end up happily ever after? Do they get married? Do they have kids? That's what you have to watch to find out for yourself. So that's the end of the movie. The best part was saved for last. I cannot tell you guys that part. You guys actually have to watch to get the full gist. So that's that for that. So now we're going to talk about a few lessons from this movie. That's my whole review of the movie. Kuchambi Ekon, why are you crying? Go and watch the movie on Netflix. I cannot tell you every single detail. I'll be ruining somebody's movie that she spent so much money to make. Make sure you go watch a man for the weekend, okay? So the lessons from this movie: lesson number 1, love between family, love between brothers and sisters. Do not be giving your sisters a hard time. It's not worth it. Your sisters are your bloodline. They're your lineage. If you can get along with your sisters, you're already like halfway done through life. Your sister is your best friend. Your sister is the one who's always going to be there for you when you're going through hardships. So family love, very important. Lesson number 2, forgiveness. If you've hurt people, ask for forgiveness. You can see Candy's mom. She goes to her daughter, "My daughter, I'm sorry. I apologize. Please find it in your heart to forgive me." You can see Candy's big sister, who has always been giving her trouble. She goes to her, "Candy, I'm so sorry the way I've treated you all these years. Please forgive me." You can see Crystal, that's Candy's sister. Crystal's own husband, who was cheating on her, he comes to her, "Honey, I'm so sorry. I apologize for all the times I've treated you bad just because we don't have a child yet. I'm sorry, please forgive me." So apology is very important. Forgiveness is very important. When you wrong people, always ask for apology and, always forgive. The next lesson is understanding between people, understanding between family members, understanding between friends. The next lesson is parents, do not discriminate against your kids. See how Cindy had felt discriminated against all her life. The only reason why she had to lie to her mom was to please the mom. So when you begin to discriminate against your kids, you begin to favor one over the other, you begin to make the other one to feel as if she's not doing enough or he's not doing enough. He will start lying to you just so he can get a favor from you. He will start lying to you. She will start lying to you just so she can make you smile too, just so you can be proud of her as your daughter. So you want to make sure you're not discriminating against your kids. The next point is, you don't have to lie, you have to live your truth. If Cindy was just living her truth, maybe she would have learned to love this guy naturally, I don't know, or maybe not, but we have to be able to live our truth. You should be able to own up to people. Tell them that I am focusing I'm focusing on my career right now. I have different life goals. You guys are forcing me to get married. I'm not ready yet. When I'm ready, I'm going to know. My life is mine to live. When I'm ready to get a man, I'm going to know I'm ready. You guys should stop pressuring me. You guys should stop forcing divorcing me. It's actually because of these pressures that people enter abusive relationships. It's actually because of these pressures that people go and start dating people that are not supposed to date. So you guys want to make sure you're living the truth. Don't live a lie to please people. At the end of the day, your life is yours to live. If somebody push you, go get married, go get married, you want to go and drag the first Mr. P you see to get married to, and the next day you find out he's an abusive man, he's a violent man, what would you do? The problem will be yours. You're the one who's going to be at home crying every day until you decide to finally leave him. So we want to make sure we're not settling, we're not rushing to do things to please people. Do your things at your own pace. Everybody will be fine. Whether it's your mother or your auntie, your uncle, everybody will be fine. Do your things at your pace. The next point is go after what you love. This particularly is for ladies. A lot of girls out here, we love guys. Sometimes we are feeling the guy and we are a little shy. We feel like it's a man's role to chase after a woman. It's a man's role to chase after girls. But we're in 2021. If you're feeling a guy, make sure you tell him, because you always stay at home wondering like, what if? What if? What if you tell this guy and he actually feels the same towards you? What if you tell this guy and he actually turns out to be a soulmate? He actually turns out to be the one that will love you like a princess and treat you right. What if? So if you're feeling somebody, I'm not saying that it's everybody's cup of tea. Some women are not yet there mentally. Some women are not yet there mentally. They cannot walk to a guy, excuse me, and tell them that they love them. So if you're the kind of girl that, excuse me, you're forthcoming, you're outgoing, and you see that you love a guy, go out and tell him more. Make sure you tell him how you're feeling. Don't be shy. Shoot your shots. Guys have been shooting their shots since time immemorial, so why can we not do the same as ladies? If you're feeling a guy, walk up to him, tell him you love him. You will not die. Shoot your shot. What's the worst that can happen? He can say, I have a girlfriend. You go, you move on to the next. He can say, well, I'm not feeling you in return. You move on. What's happen? So yeah, that's what Cindy Amade did. She went after Brian and she got him and all that stuff, and they discussed. And I'm not going to tell you how that discussion ended, whether he forgave her or not, whether he was feeling the same or not. You have to watch the movie yourself to know that one. And then in the movie, we equally see the importance of good friends. Cindy Made's friend in this movie, Mel, played by Becky Takang. Mel is such an amazing friend. I love this lady. How come I've never known about her all these years? I only got to know about her when I watched this movie yesterday, and I am super proud of Mel. I love her so much. So you can see the importance of good friends, friends you can talk to in the times of trouble. Family is like that. Sometimes our families judge us. Sometimes families judge us. You need a friend that you can talk to openly. Someone will not judge you. See what Cindy was going through. She could not talk to Crystal because Crystal would judge her. Crystal was a sister who was married. She could not talk to mom. Mom would judge her. Go and bring me a man. Go and bring me a husband. She cannot really open up to mom like that. But she needed a friend who would understand her, a friend who would advise her, and that was Mel. Every time she spoke to Mel, Mel advised her with the fullness of her heart. Calm down, do things the way you want to. You live your life according to your pace. If you feel like you're loving the guy, go after him. If you feel like you're seeing him in your dreams a lot, it means you're falling for him. Go after him. So we need friends, very important in our lives. So now we're going to move on to the criticisms of this movie. The movie, all in all, was a great movie. The movie had great cinematography. It was okay, nothing extraordinary. I love the location of the movie. Beautiful houses. I mean, you know how we watch Nigerian movies, Ghanaian movies, South African movies, and the locations. You see all these big mansions, and you're like, "Chai, which the Cameroonian movie there will be so." This was it for me. When I watched the movie A Man for the Weekend, the location of the movie, they got some beautiful houses, beautiful mansions, beautiful interior decor, and this is how you depict Cameroon to the world as well. There's people, Oyibo people, who think that Africans live with lions and tigers. They think we live in the bushes. So when we depict Africa like this, when we depict Cameroon like this with the beautiful houses and the mansions, it finally sets in people's minds like, wow, there's rich people in Africa too. People are doing good in Africa too. So I love the fact that the location of the movie was great. I love the house where they shot the movie, the whole vicinity, the whole of that area, the offices and the interior decor, everything was cool. Photography was good. Nothing out of the ordinary, but everything was fine. Lighting of the movie was great. The movie was shot in low light and it was beautiful all the time. The images were crisp and clear. And I particularly love the music from Salatiel, music from Daphne. So the music was 100% Cameroonian. That's another thing I love. So they used their movie to showcase Cameroonian music, Cameroonian artistry. I love that. So for the negative criticisms, the first thing I have is the fact that Cindy Amade was going back home to her mom for a supposed family Thanksgiving. Her mom had called her to come home for a Thanksgiving in church when she wanted to see her daughter. She wanted to see the whole family come together. And then Cindy went back home. She went her back home with Alex, the guy she was faking to be her boyfriend. And Solange came home with her own guy. And then I kept waiting for the Thanksgiving. Like, when is this going to be the Thanksgiving? I waited. I wanted to see like a physical church. Thanksgivings are done in church. The whole premise of Cindy going back home with a guy was to go attend Thanksgiving. I was waiting for the Thanksgiving on a thank. I didn't see any church, any Thanksgiving, nothing. So that was a little let down for me. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to see like the whole church structure. I was curious to see the kind of church they'll use in Cameroon. What Cameroonian churches would they use in this movie? Is it going to be an English pastor? Is it going to be a French pastor? Like, I just wanted to see a church structure in Cameroon for once in a movie. I love to see church roles in movies. So when they said they were going home for a Thanksgiving, I expected to see the Thanksgiving morning, people in church, praise the Lord. I expected the mom to go and give her testimony in church with a microphone. Praise the Lord, my daughter has found a man, finally. I'm going to have a grandchild very soon. I mean, I expected to see that part of the movie. I didn't see it. So the Thanksgiving part was a little let down for me. All I saw was 4 or 5 people sitting on the table eating food. I really wanted to see the church session of the Thanksgiving, but anyway, all is well that ends well, and that's that for that. So the next criticism I have is the fact that the makeup of the movie, Cindy's makeup is okay, her sister's makeup, everybody's makeup is good, but the mom's makeup, Miss Lee, the wig where they give this woman, if you guys see that wig, you guys know Mama Ngeya's ancient wigs. One old wig that was like this. It wants to be like cock sportive. It was just a balance on her head. And then they tried to tint the wig like a grey wig to show that the woman is an older woman. It just came out messy and trashy. And I'm like, girl, come on. Even one place where the mom was tying hair tie, they tied the gamas on hair tie way. I don't understand my hair. So the movie itself, the substance of the movie is great. This paper keeps flying because of the fan. The substance of the movie is great. The storyline is great. The acting is great. I love Becky in this movie. Becky Takang. Her name is Mel. She did amazing. Cindy's mom did amazing. Cindy's sister, Crystal, did amazing. Cindy herself did great. Cindy's brother-in-law, Chief of Valerie, did great. He was a protective brother-in-law. He was always protecting Cindy against Cindy's sister when Cindy's sister was start wahala. So you can see how all in all, the movie was a great movie. I appreciate everything. I loved it. A lot of Cameroonians on Facebook have a lot to say about this movie. Cameroonians are criticizing the movie that the story is deja vu. That when you see this movie, it feels like a movie you have watched before. The storyline is like a storyline you've watched before in so many Ghanaian movies, in so many Nigerian movies, in so many South African movies. But isn't that the whole premise of the movie making industry? Every movie is almost the same. American movie or Ghanaian movie or Nigerian movie, the storyline most times are the same. The only difference is the actor and the way it's scripted, the way it's directed, the little differences here and there, the little nuances here and there. Every movie is always the same. Boy meets girl, girl falls in love with boy, boy breaks girl's heart, girl apologizes, boy gets married to girl at the end of the day. Boy cheats on girl, girl discovers, girl gets mad, boy apologizes, girl and boy get married together. Boy this, girl that. Is every movie is almost the same. So I don't understand why you guys are bashing this movie that it feels like deja vu. Deja vu, so what? It's just like music. Everything, every song is all about love, baby girl, money, house, cars, and all that stuff. Movies and the whole world of artistry, the story is the same. These are people's stories. Young girls struggle to get married. Young girls go through pressures under their mom in their houses. So why do you guys say the movie is deja vu? That's her story, and it's a beautiful story, well written by Safinda in the Cow. So Cameroonians are bashing the movie. A few Cameroonians, though, not everybody. They are saying that the movie A Man for the Weekend, it feels like they've watched it before, they've seen it before in so many other African countries. A girl takes a fake man home, to deceive her mom that she has a man. It's true. It's actually a movie that I've seen so many times, but this was a Cameroonian version of it. Cindy Amade did her best to bring the movie, to flesh it to life, and the cast and crew, they did their best as well. So that's that for the movie A Man for the Weekend, a beautiful Cameroonian movie that goes up on a Netflix platform. Kudos to Cindy Amade and her team. They did a great job on this movie. The whole production, the cast and crew, big shout outs to them. They're repping Cameroon, they're making us proud. And this movie was actually acted 3 years ago, and in 2021, the movie is still great. The movie is still beautiful. Sound quality, image, lighting, everything was great as it should, by the way. So everything should be great. I mean, this is a professional, film and all that stuff, professional cast and crew. So everything was great, and I did not expect less. I did not expect less for a minute. It was a good movie, and it was a little like the budgeting of the movie. You can see that budgeting was a little restricted. They didn't really do much. The movie was acted on three scenes: Cindy Mother's house with her mom, the office, and the restaurant where Cindy met with her friend. So the movie was shot only on three locations, just this, that, and that. Cindy Mother's mom's house, the office where she met Alex, and the place where she met Alex towards the end of the movie, and the restaurant. So the movie was shot just on like four locations, the whole movie. I would have loved to see more, maybe the streets of Cameroon, maybe the beach or whatever natural things around there, or maybe a garden. I would have loved to see a little bit more of nature. But apart from that, the movie was still great. Everything about the movie was amazing. Now I'm going to read a few comments. And Cindy Mother is the lucky one. Netflix bought two of her movies. So her movie Broken will be going up on Netflix on the 22nd of June. That's another one we should be looking out for. We should watch, and God willing, I'm going to come back and do some reviews. So Casey Cool is giving me love emojis. Thanks, Casey. Ashmaville, very correct. That Krista was something else. I know, right? Ashmaville and Nora. Krista was something else. The whole time she was giving a hard time to her sister Candy. I don't know why some big sisters are like that. Why not jealousy? Well, she confessed at the end of the movie that she was jealous. She said it, right. She said, I was jealous of you. You were the career girl. You were the go-getter. You always had your thing. You always had a dream. You always had a vision. You had a passion. And you're doing well at work. While me, I'm just a housewife. And even at my home, I'm failing as a housewife. I cannot manage to keep my husband at home. He's going out there cheating. I'm a failure. I don't have kids and all that stuff. So you can see how she was giving her sister a hard time because of her own wahala and the stuff she was dealing with. So that's what's going on today, even in today's world. Us that we are in the media, we that we are putting our face everywhere, or popular people from Cameroon and all those kind of people. People like to insult them on the media. People like to insult them and give them a hard time. For example, Nora Brown. I've seen a lot of times people on the internet calling Nora Brown all kinds of names and all that stuff based on their own wahala. So this is a clear example for you to see. Krista was going through difficult times in her home and she took it out on her sister. So all the haters you see on the internet, all those haters insulting you all the time, don't take it personal. They are dealing with their own BS. They have big tons of BS, lots of BS to deal with. They don't know how to deal with it. The only way they can survive is by making other people feel bad about themselves. So that's what haters do. That's what trolls do. They are going through it. The only way they can do is project it on some other person, which is horrible. So we're going to read more comments. Chai, dear, you don't just take away that sugar from my tongue. I need the end. You need the end of the movie, girl. You have to watch that movie to know how it ends. I can't tell you everything. That's somebody's hard-earned money. They used to shoot that movie. We need to watch to support. So yeah. Kochambi Ekon, I was hoping for part 2 already. I know, right? Yeah, I don't see very much why I will need a part 2 for this movie. A Man for the Weekend. The whole premise of the movie, the weekend has passed. He has failed. So I don't see any reason why we may need a part 2. He ended well. Ashmaville, call me on live and enjoy Netflix with me. Very good. That's Ashmaville offering to share her Netflix with you. Anybody who is hoping to see the end of the movie and doesn't have Netflix, call Ashmaville. She's gonna play the movie for you, and yeah, all you have to do is put your data. She's gonna help you. Rena's TV says thanks for sharing, dear. Beautiful movie. You're welcome, Rena's. Yeah, it was a beautiful movie. Thank you for being here, honey. Kuchambi Ekon says, someone like me, I believe me in love at first sight. Definitely. I believe in love at first sight. You see some people sometimes and you feel like, God, oh, this is my son of king. Like, you made this one for me. I mean, he fits every detail. Like, what? God, you better just behave yourself and send him my direction. No. I believe in love at first sight. Definitely, I do. So if I meet a girl, I feel why? So if I meet a girl I feel for, why waste time? I will go eat the lady and tell her my mind. Besides, it's not a crime. Exactly. That's what we're saying. And it's not only a guy thing to tell ladies you love them. It's a lady thing too. It's normal. We're in 2021. Come on, guys. If you see a guy you love, go and talk to him. Nothing will happen. Hello, like, can I get your number? Can I take you out for lunch sometime? So you get his number and you call. And then you never know. There may be a little bit of chemistry, there may be a little bit of likeness, and it may graduate to love, and you never know where it's going to take you. There's 7 billion people on earth, okay? Yeah, 7 billion. That's a lot of people. One of them out there is for you. So make sure you're shooting your shot instead of staying at home and wondering what if, waiting for the son of Cain. If you love one, go ahead and tell them. So Noah Brown, thank you. You make Cameroon, then get out how for Niger one. And the same thing. Thank you. Make Cameroonian, then get out how for Niger one, and the same thing. Exactly what I'm saying. Cameroonians are saying that the movie is deja vu. Yeah. May they get out for real. It's the same story. Even American movies. We have so many American movies like that. People have to lie that this person is their boyfriend, take them home. So many South African movies and stuff like that. Movies are all the same. The difference is the character and the little intricacies here and there. Regina T says, hi host, looking pretty sis. Thank you so much, Regina. How are you doing today, darling? How are you? Ashmaville says, this movie just affirms same thing Banky said, that when people troll you, it's because they want you to be in their shoes. That's a very good point, Ashmaville. That's a very good point. Sometimes when people troll you, it's because they want you to be in their shoes. When people troll you, it's because they're going through a lot in their own personal life and they don't know how to take it out. They only have so much bitterness to give, and that's all they can do at that point in time based on their own personal struggles. So yeah, I wanted this video to be 1 hour. The video is already 1 hour. Does anybody have any questions? Let me know. Does anybody have anything we have to talk about? Let me know. I was equally going to talk about Nora Brown and Askia and this Cameroonian guy, Mr. Big, that kind of boy, who says Nora has borrowed his beats for one of her songs and all that stuff. But I see people leaving already, so maybe we'll do that in some other video. So thank you guys so much for joining this video. I appreciate you guys. I remain your girl Onana. If it is your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And to all my amazing subscribers, Ashmaville in the building, thank you, darling. Regina T in the building, thank you for all the love and support. Kochambi Akon, thank you so much for all the love, bro. Rena's TV, thank you for all the love and support. And Kochambi Akon, thank you. Beat with, please go ahead and subscribe. I think it's the first time I'm seeing your name here. Please subscribe and share the video, guys. Thanks for joining, Nora Brown. I think this is the first live you're joining, honey. Thank you so much for joining us. Go get below, start be talking. I go put you for your news like Nadi sucking. Thank you, Casey Cool, for joining. The same names over and over. Thank you, Baby Bliss, for joining. Thank you, Rena's TV. Thank you, Ajayi Osas, for joining. Thank you, Collins Motialobe. I watched the movie last year. Okay, lucky for you, you watched it last year. Some of us were just waiting. Nora Brown says that mommy can pretend to choke. I know, right? Thank you so much, Nora Brown, for joining. Thank you, Ajayi Osas. Thank you, Rena's TV. Thank you, Lucia Buno. Thank you, Besem Eta. Thank you, Rose Natasha. Looking for new names to read. Thank you, Schneider Saturn. Thank you, Support Pekin. Thank you. Looking for new names to read. Kelly Makochi. Thank you, Kelly Makochi. Thank you, Wiz JP. Thank you, Ray Watsa. Thank you so much, everybody who joined this live stream. Thank you, Adele Clarice. Thank you, Simply Josie. Thank you, Raymond Watsa. Thank you, Martina Ashu. Thank you, Mirabel Tanjong. Thank you, Lionel Gamini. Thank you, Coco Chocolate. Thank you, Sylvie Stone. Thank you, Missy Mbangwi. Thank you, Coco Chocolate. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining the live stream. If you have any questions, ask as we conclude the video. Regina T says, we love you too. Thank you, honey. I love you all so much, and I appreciate you guys. So stay safe, everybody. I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, I was happy that you guys could stay with me this few minutes while we did a movie review, and now we're going to end the live. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye, everybody.